Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. As the title says there on the screen, I'm going to be looking at large letters today and how to make them. So there's several different ways. What you're seeing on the screen at the moment is actually a machine code routine, which I'll explain during the stream. We'll have a look at it. But I'm also going to look at some ways of doing it in BASIC as well, which aren't as quick, but interesting to look at nevertheless. So, quick sound check, just make sure you can hear me. I'm not really worried about the sound on the Spectrum because we're not going to be generating much sound from it today. Might play some games later, see how it goes, if we get bored with this. I did think about continuing on from when I made the game last week, the scrolling game. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't had a chance to look at it and I didn't want to come on here without any knowledge of what I'm doing. So next week I'm going to concentrate on looking at that game and then maybe visit it this time next week. We'll see how it goes. So audio is fine out, thank you. That's destroyed. We've got ZDE NEC 7220 in the chat. 8 people currently watching apparently. So let's get on with it. I'm not going to look at the machine code routine just for the moment. I'm going to go straight into BASIC. And let's put myself up on the screen so you can see you're actually talking to someone. How you all doing? Got some new music, some quite mellow stuff to help drown my voice out a bit. Let's turn that down. Just a little bit of a background ambience. Let's put some lights on as well. Let's get in the mood. There we go. Right, let's get comfortable and let's begin. Okay, so the program that I'm going to type out tonight to begin with is by Dilwyn Jones. and I've got this from a book called Beyond Simple Basic, Delving Deeper into Your ZX Spectrum. So that's the book I'm using tonight. And there's a couple of routines in here that show you how to do large letters using just basic. There is one in there that shows you how to use characters with the graphic blocks. I'm not really going to look into that one because you can only really get probably a maximum of 4 characters up on the screen in a horizontal line, so not really worth looking at that, I don't think. I'm not going to type all that in just to get that result. So let's start. So I'm going to write this program out. It's on page 27, and it says here the characters produced are very coarse and you cannot fit many on the screen. That's what I was just talking about with the big block characters. So here is how to use plot and draw to generate characters of various sizes. So I'm going to write in this program, so bear with me. I'm just going to quickly type this in. It shouldn't take me too long. I'm typing it as it's printed in the book. Try and put this in as quick as I can. I did think about maybe getting all this typed in before the stream began, but then I thought it's going to be a very quick stream, isn't it? So at least the way I look at it is when we're actually doing these type-ins, we get to see as well what's going on in the program and learn about it as we're typing it in, so we can actually see what's happening. And what's nice about this, obviously we're using actual words for the variables, so we know, for example, we've got wider there, so we know that that variable, for instance, does the width. Whoop, we don't want that in there. So I mean, the programs in this book are very aimed at people obviously learning, like myself and probably some of you watching the channel. I can imagine when this is actually finished and running, it's probably going to be very slow. But we'll have a quick look. It's only about 10 lines, so it shouldn't take me long. Hey, Franco's in the house. How you doing, Frank? I will be looking at some machine code routines, like I said at the beginning. I did have a look online to see if I could find any online to research. Obviously, the well-known one with the lprint command, which I've shared on the channel before. Just can't make out whether that's an 8 or a B. It's an 8. Okay. Yeah, the lprint command, but there's a video on my YouTube channel all to do with the lprint, and in the description it's the source where I found the information from, so it's not my own work, obviously. The lprint command to get the large text is pretty handy. It's quick. It's not a very big program to do, a couple of pokes and obviously the lprint. But I find you're kind of limited. You're kind of limited to the style of the text on the lprint. But I have done a bit of experimentation with it, and if you change the fonts and use the lprint, then luckily it does exactly that. It changes it as well, so it doesn't just do it in the standard font that we're used to when you boot up the Spectrum. It will actually generate your custom font in the L print, which is quite cool. What we got here? Copyright sign. Why have we got a copyright sign there then? I'll read through the code after. There's some text to go with this, so we'll read through that and find out why. I think, oh, if A strings is less than a space, or A strings is more than the copyright sign. So I'm assuming that is the characters in that range that we're able to do using the draw. 50 for A equals 0 to 7. Now here's a command that I haven't used a lot and I really need to start learning about it. Is the peek command. I don't really know a great deal about it. Same with the poke command. But the more and more I'm learning about BASIC and now looking at bits of machine code, I'm getting a little bit more of an understanding on how everything starts to work. What have I done wrong there? Oh, it's the word. I've put the peek command in there when they've actually written peek. Okay, 70 for B equals 0 to 7. We're nearly finished. A couple more lines. 80 if peek is minus 2 times int then 4. Whoops. I'm using the ZX Spectrum Plus tonight and I shall be saving using the divmmc. Right, where's plot? I've lost plot. There it is. Q. Here we go. Across. So this is where the drawing function comes in. Across B times the width and then down I suppose the good thing about this program is you've got more control on how to make the text look with regards to how large you want it, how wide. Now I'm not sure what that is, that text on there is not very good at all. Draw something wide. I don't know whether that's a 1 or what. It looks like a 1. I'll try it. It could be an L, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the top here. So we've got draw. Yeah, I think it is a 1. It looks like that 1 up there, apart from the bottom of it's missing on the print. We'll soon find out. Next. T. Okay, 90. Where are we? So jump straight to line 100. peak equal int I was overwhelmed as well last week by the amount of people that sent me in their machine code routines for the scrolling. And it came to a point of whose machine code do I use without upsetting anyone. I must have had about 4 people send me their machine code routines, which is great, you know, and all different, you know, not all the same. So then but I hope as well some of the stuff I do on the channel is inspiring you to make games and giving you ideas. That's the whole point of me doing these streams. And every Friday I like to do something different. I don't want to keep going back to something I did last week and trying to build on it. I like to try and keep the interest there, and let's do something different every week. And if we get into a big project like we did with the Attic Attack clone that I did, what was it called again? Basic Basement? Then fair enough, you know, we'll build it together on a stream. But I'm not doing live streams as much as I used to at the moment, and I'm really limited them now to 1 day a week on a Friday. And another reason why I don't really want to get into any big projects as such doing live streams is because I'm busy working on my submissions for the USB 50 project. So a lot of my time is being spent on that at the moment. Right, down minus taller. Let across equal wider. What I might do, if these programs are any good, I might put them on the tool facility on the USB 50 facility thing that I made. So if any of these are any good, I'll chuck them on there. Then you can use them for your own programs, because you know I've saved you the time. I've typed it out for you. 255 and this is the last line. Let's hope I haven't made many typos. Oh, already I can see one. Yola times 8. Then print at alright, where's this little symbol to? There it is. 7. Could have done with my bifocals tonight. I'm sort of doing this all the time. A1 to taller. Right, okay, the last bit. Let across equal wider times 8 minus 1. And then the last line, 150, go to 40. Let's save it before we go any further. I'm going to call this text D for draw. Okay, let's check it's there. Yeah, it's there. Run it. How many times wider? 1 equals normal. Well, let's go for 3. How many times taller? 1 equals normal. Let's go 7. So let's write something in there. ZX spectrum. Well, it's working. Oh, you can only do 1 letter at a time? Okay, so you can only do 1 letter at a time. Stop it a minute. Let's start again. Unless I've typed something in wrong. So 3. 2, let's go 9. Let's go Z. X. Oh, I want a space next. Very cool, but very slow. I'm sure we can adapt the program so we don't have to type in every letter. Let's finish this and we'll have a look. We're not going to get the M in there, are we? It's going to go off the side of the screen. Yeah, it's going to go on the next line. Okay, well at least it's working. So let's change A string to A string. Is that I you've written there? Sorry, I can't bloody see it. A string I. Change A string to A string I. Okay. Let's have a play with it. Whoops. Stop. So where is it? A string I. List 40. So you're saying change this to I like that? Is that what you're saying? Variable not found. Don't forget to add for I equal Q. Hang on, let me put my specs on. Oh, it's thick and blind as a bat tonight. Don't forget to add for I equal Q to ln. Okay, not the input, right? Okay, this is a problem when you're shouting stuff out to me. It's hard to know what you want me to actually do. So what do you want me to put? Put 4 after input. Yeah. So you want me to put in there 4 I equal Q to len. This is Destroyed who's given me this information. Oh, sorry, you've changed it again. Let I equal 1 to len, and then you've got a string. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've done that. I've changed that to a 1. And I'm assuming we have to put the, we need to close that, do we? Or do we put the, do we have to put the I in there? Is that correct? And surely we have to close it with the next I as well, do we? Yeah, is that right? Is that what we're talking about? I'm going to close that, do I? Because I'm going to close the book. Yes, that's right. Okay. So will this now let me write it all in, will it? Yes, good man. There's always someone in the comments that can help. If I turn the page, there's the actual program to do exactly what you've just said. So maybe I should have written that one. But yeah, that program there, if I turn the page to page 31, what Distroid has basically just told us, it was on the next page. Next goes further down. I've got the next in the wrong place. I'm assuming it must go input B strings. Oh no, we've got next has to be after the plots. So where's the plots? There's the plots there at 90. So if 80, so if I put 90 next I. That's a bit quicker, wasn't it? That was quicker. It's because we're using the input, isn't it? I think for the find the last go to 40 and put next before it. Find the last go to 40. Yeah, I think I've got it in the right place. Let's just go down here and check. Oh, there it is. I put it before it. Okay, so it should have been 145 next I. So let's get rid of 90. Yeah, cool. I don't know what I'm writing. Yes, it does. Mondrus 72. It's as you go further into the book, it actually improves this program so that you can move the text around a bit. You can also do mirrors, so it will also mirror whatever you've typed. This book, by the way, if you're interested, this is what I'm using tonight. I don't know if you can see it down there in the little postage stamp. Okay, good book. I'd recommend it. Very good. So Franco has put input B string for F. Okay. Let's change what, let's see what Franco's put there. So Franco has put, where's my input gone? Let's find it. Let's 40. So you want me to change line 40, yeah? Well, let's pull that down. We'll put an REM in front of that, and I'll change all this to 45. And you want me to put B string, and then 4F equal 1 to ln and B string again. And then we've got let A string equal B string, and you've got the F in brackets, and then we can get rid of all that. And yes, so then at line 150, next F. Next F, okay. So let's get rid of 145. Let's try how many times. So this is to do with yes, well done, Franco. It seems to be spacing them out quite a lot, doesn't it? I wonder whether we can change the plot so that they're not so far apart. You see how far apart the letters are with the space in between them? I suppose they've done that so that you can get the characters correctly in position. It's not too slow, is it? I mean, it's... well, yeah. Let's stop it again a minute, because there's a stop. I think it's how many meters wider. So let's go 2. I think it's to do with the width. That's why it did it. Now if I go 4, just reading out the book here, what they're recommending to put in for the the name of the channel. Whoops, animated. Oh, that's better. It's to do with the width. So yeah, you can change. You could actually put those in variables, couldn't you, without having to put the inputs in. They say you've got the options. You can change the width. You can say how tall you want it to be. The program on the next page actually allows you to position it wherever you want on the screen as well. So I don't know whether I can modify this one to do it. Where's code? The word code I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry. What I'm reading at the moment is apparently you can also do user-defined graphics with this. And there's a program in the book which allows you to use user-defined graphics to make them big, like we're doing with the drawer at the moment. Yeah, very good. So there you go. Let's just see. Is that just normal print then? It's just a shame that it's just so too slow, isn't it? You know, you want it almost instant. If we look at the program, I did see the word, there we go, there. So let across equal across. So that's obviously, we've got if across is more than 255. So I'm assuming those are where you put your positions. Print at 2131. I can't remember what I called it. What did I call it? Oh, text D. Text D. Yes. Right, let's have a look in the comments, see what you guys think so far. Where are the pokes? Let's have a look at the program. So let's scroll it down. There's all your pokes. I don't think there are any pokes in it. I did put a poke in there, didn't I? I don't think I did. Right. What it says here, this program that I've typed in, the program is complicated, so study the following information carefully. When you run the program, you will be asked first how many times wider than normal you want the character to appear on the screen. Well, we've kind of modified ours now. If you want the characters 3 times as wide as normal, then you should type 3 followed by enter. If you want normal width characters, enter 1. You should do the same when asked how many times taller than normal you wanted. The program will start at the top left of the screen and work its way down the screen until it reaches the bottom. When the whole lot when the whole lot will scroll upwards to make room for another line. The program runs in black and white, or the permanent ink and paper colors you set it up. But you may wish to add suitable color statements of your own in the program. The variables taller and wider are used in their full form throughout to make their meaning clearer. The same is true of the variable peak. It's written in lowercase in the listing to distinguish it from the keyword peak. That was the bit I messed up with at the beginning. And variables across and down. These are coordinates for the plot commands used later. 176. I haven't got 107. Oh, sorry. Where's the plot? So it says here 176 is one greater than the limit value of 175 for plot. Don't worry about generating errors though. A cross starts off a certain amount along the screen because all plotting and drawing is done from right to left due to the way the binary is evaluated. Line 40 scans to see which key you're pressing. This program uses input to see which letters or symbols you want to enlarge, since there are a few symbols not easily obtainable with ink keys, which might otherwise save you the bother of pressing enter all the time. Line 50 starts the loop, which looks into the character generator for the 8 bytes needed to assemble the character on the screen. These bytes are found by line 60. So that's where that peak is. The loop starting at line 70 determines the pattern on its screen by taking the byte from the character generator and repeatedly checks to see if individual bits are set so that appropriate areas may be shaded in on the screen. This is done by drawing a fine line which is wider times longer than a pixel. This is done taller times to make it the right height. Line 100 divides for the new line of characters. After all that, the keyboard is scanned again and the whole story is repeated. The program works best with integer values of wider and taller, but you can have good results with non-values of wider, even creating the illusion of having more or less characters line by finding which value of a cross. So number of characters normally across the screen divided by number of characters required across the screen equals a cross. E.g., the 40 characters per line across would be 32 divided by 40 or 0.8. Here are some example displays produced by the program, including a 40 character line display. I don't know if you can see that. So there's some examples of what this program can do. You see that all right? Yeah, sorry, a bit shaky. So yeah. Using the same principle, we can use the program to create mirror image characters. So we can modify it and you can actually have mirror image, look. So I don't know if you can see that down in the bottom in my little postage stamp there. And then there's the program there to modify it. The next stage is to turn the program into a subroutine for use in your programs. So there you go. That's the one I should have probably have typed in, because then you can write in this program here. It's basically what Franco has managed us to do. But with this one, you can actually put in the variable across and change it so that you can decide where you want it on the screen. So I'm just seeing if it's possible to adapt what I've already put on the typed out here, but I think it would be a case of rewriting the whole thing to do that, just for the same result really. And so D equals yeah, that's the one I should have typed out. Never mind. So there we go. Let's just run it. I'm not going to type it out because just for the sake of moving it to where we want it. It's to do where we've got the 120 there. We'll type ZX. I think it's messed it up. I think I went too big because that looks nothing like a Z. Yeah, it's not liking that, is it? Let's stop it. I went too big, I think. Width. Let's go 10. Tall. Let's go 20. ZX 81. That's better. It's looking more like a Z. We're probably not going to get the 81 in there, are we? Should have made it a bit smaller. Oh, it's scrolling. And it's going to put the 81 underneath. Is my lip sync out of whack, is it? It doesn't surprise me. Okay, so let me show you a quicker method. Before the stream, I did a bit of research. I don't know if you can see this down in my little corner there. I got this book, which I got from eBay. Step-by-step programming, ZX Spectrum Plus graphics. And this book is all about learning how to use machine code. And guess what? Inside, we have a large letter program. Yes, so I decided to type it in before the stream. And the reason why I just typed it in before the stream, because it's I'm not going to swear, but it's bloody large. So I didn't want to have the whole stream of you watching me for half an hour typing it in. So we've looked at the draw. Now we've got the machine code version, yeah? And this is pretty cool. So if we go to large MC, let's come out of that. Let's go new. Where's new gone? We need to come out of this first. This is already saved, by the way. I don't have to worry about this. So let's new this. And then I'm going to go .ls to bring up the programs. And I'm going to go load star large MC. Okay, so now we're going to use machine code. And here's the machine code. All right, this is the routine. This is what I typed in before the stream. Okay, I actually did a little bit of a preparation this time. So there we go. Now if I run it, it's running in the background. Now, in theory, I would then save this, call it a name, code, and then it would be the starting address, which in this case is 62200, and the byte size is 220. According to the instructions, obviously I'm still learning about machine code. If I go clear, and then I go 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 0, 0, and then new. Okay, that is now in the background. The machine code is now saved in the background, yeah? If I go .ls, now if I load star, now to do it properly, obviously I would create a loader and I'd load in the machine code separately, but I haven't done that in this case. So here's the basic that will call on that machine code to give us what we want. And now, as you can see, I've written in the word ZX Spectrum at 160. If I run it, bam! Now that's a lot quicker, isn't it? And I can change that to whatever I want. I think this does it in one size, though. That's the only thing. You can't make it any bigger with this. But this actually does a 16 by 16 grid. Boom. Okay, and to change the positions on it, where we've got randomize there, if we change that 5 to a 3, it will center it up a bit. Like takes it over to the left. And then if I want to change the position, we've got, where is it? M. So that's roughly in the middle of the screen. If I wanted it up on the top line, if I put 1, it's up at the top. Yeah. Oh, you off, Franco, are you? Oh, thanks for visiting anyway, mate. So there you go. So that's the little basic program which will run that machine code program. Now I'm going to put this on the tools that I've created on the USB 50 website, so you'll be able to get access to this and use it on your own programs. I'm also going to type out, I'm not going to do it on the live stream, but there's a program here which will allow you to do the text that way up as well. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? So it will do it that way as well. So we've got horizontal, which I've just shown you, and then we've got vertical. So I'm going to type that routine out, and then I'll put both of these available on the itch. These were by Piers Lecture. Piers Lecture, and it's from the step-by-step programming book. Okay, and I'm using this one just to learn a bit about machine code. It's more machine code routines, you know, that have already been written out, but it's a good way to start learning. And there's loads of stuff in here which I'm going to look at, and I've also got book 4 which looks at pixel movement and stuff like that. So I am actually starting to make a start at digging into machine code. Let's go back to the machine code program a minute and have another look at it. So if I go large MC, so there we go. Now you've got 7155 there. You'll see we've got print and 2 question marks. What this program actually does, if for instance I made a mistake, let's say I put 2 instead of 42, when you run it, I got 2 question marks come up on the screen. It means you've made a mistake. Change it to 42. And it's all okay. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool. So what I will do eventually, I'm not going to do it for tonight, but I would save this properly. If I was going to use it in a program, I would create a loader, and in that loader you would have load your quotation marks and then code, the command code. And obviously to save this, it would be save code. The start address is 62200, and then it'd be comma, and then the byte size is 220, and that will save that into the memory. And according to this, the clear statement to write in, they're telling me to write in clear 55500. This command resets the RAM top, the top of the area in memory free for basic programs, and ensures that basic programs cannot overlap the machine code stored in memory from 55500 upwards. Now you can safely use new to delete the basic program without deleting any of the machine code in memory. Remember to use clear before loading machine code, since this command erases whatever is in memory above the specified address. Okay, so and this is using the defn command, and lists of parameters used by the routine and letters used to describe these parameters. Interesting. What book is it from? Right, okay, let me see if I can make the screen a bit bigger so that you can have a look. Okay, so there you go. That is the book that I got this from. Okay, and there is the routine. It's a bit out of focus. All right, and that is the one that I typed out there. And what I shall do is I shall type out this one and I shall put it on the USB 50 tools. You can actually run a program there that had lines and stuff on it, but I decided not to put that on. Okay, let's put, bloody hell, I'm ugly. Let's put that down a minute. Massive great picture of me. Ugh. Okay, let's put me back down where I belong, down in the corner. So that's the book. I'm going to lock that back down. Also, I've got the follow-on book. That's book 3. And this book, I've got this one as well, which I will look. This basically, we start to look at graphics, and you can make games and stuff. And that's got some machine code routines in as well. And you can do graphics and stuff like that. But that's, I haven't even looked at that book. I've only just started on book 3, so I will eventually have a look at that one. So yeah, pretty cool. There's some great routines in here as well. I was a bit skeptical at first, but when I typed in this one, I was pretty impressed. Yeah, so what clear would you sorry, I'm just reading the comments about the clear. Yeah, good old clear instructions command moves the RAM top system variable, which marks the whole extent. Yeah. So we could have, what you're saying, we could have used clear 62199 then? Yeah, I'm a little bit, you know, if I want to start using this for my own games and programs and that, is that the correct clear statement to put in? Now they're telling me to put in the book. Where is it? Let me just. So let's run this again. Okay. So that's now in the memory. And they're now telling me to put in clear. Where's clear? X. Clear is on X. 1 2 3 0 0. All it says here about the clear statement that we're using, nerdy sniff dude, is, I'll read it again. It says, as soon as you switch on the spectrum, type clear 5500. This command resets RAM top, the top of the area in memory free of basic programs, and ensures the basic programs cannot overlap with the machine code stored in memory from 55500 upwards. Now you can safely use new to delete basic programs without deleting any of the machine code in memory. Remember to use clear before loading machine code, since this command erases whatever is in memory above the specified address. So then it says load the machine code. Now type in whatever machine code routines are required by the basic program. So as you've just seen, I've typed in this one. So after keying in the routine, run the short basic program which accompanies it. This loads the code into memory, which we've just done. If you keyed the data in correctly, you will see an OK. Well, we had that. If not, you will get those question marks. Save the routine. When you are sure you have keyed in the routine correctly, save it to cassette or micro drive. Well, that was back in the old days. Always save machine code before using it. It minimizes the risk of losing everything you have keyed in. When basic errors occur, an error message is usually produced, but the program is not lost. Machine code routines, however, do not generally have error trapping facilities, and a fault in the code will as often as not cause a spectrum to crash, which I've had before in the past. Deleting everything in memory. The machine code can be saved in two ways, either in the form of data statements like any other basic listing, or after you've loaded it into memory as a block of code to save the code type. So we put save, whatever we want to call this, then we put the code, start address, length in bytes. So that's basically it. And then the start address and length are given at the top of each machine code box. The diagram on the facing pages show how this information is displayed. So that's just talking about what's in the illustrations in the book. So to load a program with the machine code routine in memory, you can now use it in a basic program. DEF-FN statements are used to tell the spectrum the whereabouts of the routine in memory and what information the routine requires. Now, when I've done machine code routines before, I've never seen this DEF-FN being used. So, where in this book, it uses it. Using functions. A machine code routine can be called simply by specifying its start location like this. So, for example, they've put 10 randomize user 63000. Sorry if I'm telling you all to suck eggs here, but I'm just, for those who are new to it, like myself, you might find this interesting. But for those who obviously know this stuff, I apologise if you're having to listen to stuff you already know and probably know more than what the book is actually saying. So yeah, there you go. And it just carries on about the I'll read a bit more. A line like this in a basic program, however, so it's going on about the randomized user 63000. A line like this in a basic program, however, is not very informative. It tells you neither what the routine does nor how many parameters the routine may require when called. This information could be poked into the appropriate memory locations, but the consequences of a mistake would be disastrous. Much more reliable is to pass information to the routines using a basic function. Functions on the spectrum are identified by a single letter and are followed by parameters in brackets. When you define the name and location of the function in your program, you must also specify the parameters, if any, which are to be paused in the routine. For example, the screen clear routine FNA requires 4 parameters, so 10 df. So if we maybe look at it a minute. So what's it going on about? Oh, it's not in this program, and it's in the one that runs it. So let's do the clear and let's have a look at what it's talking about here. Clear. So what was it again? 1 2 3 1 2. I will look at the comments in a minute. I see there's lots of people putting in comments, and then I can new that. Yeah, now that's in the memory apparently. And then if I go load star and I want basic, because I'm going to call up that machine code again. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, because we've already seen this, but we're going to see it again. So there we are. There's the DEFFN, which it's talking about here. So line 10. With letters, which letters are used after DEFFN is not important. Their function is only to tell the computer the number of parameters, which will follow the routine called in a basic program. A machine code function can be called from basic in too many ways, both of which require you to combine the keywords FN or USR with a basic keyword. The method used generally in this book is with the keyword randomize. So randomize FNA bracket 10 10 10 10 bracket would clear a rectangle area of 10 times 10 characters with the top corner at point 10, 10. Note that using randomize also resets the random number generator with a new seed. This may cause problems if you are also using a random function in your program. The second word you can use to call machine code is restore. However, restore also resets the pointer to data statements when you use it, which is of course the purpose of the restore statement. If you opt to use restore instead of randomize, then be especially careful if there are any read or data statements in your program. So there you go. I mean, I'm not going to read the whole bloody book out because there's loads of it here, but yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm just seeing if there's a little tiny one we can do just as an example. There is one at the beginning actually, which draws a triangle. Shall we type that in just to have a... So let's run this again. Boom. Brilliant. Really quick. Like I say, to position it, we could put that down at line 20 if we wanted, right at the bottom of the screen, and that number there decides where it's going to go. Yeah. So Apparently 550, you've always got to end with the number 13. But there again, we're limited on that. Unlike the draw basic program that we looked at earlier, we can change the sizes and all that on that one. On this, we're limited to a 16 by 16 block. Yeah, 16 by 16. 16 by 16 grid, yeah, okay. And like I say, there's a machine code routine in here as well to put the enlarged letters in the vertical position. Well, it's got you all talking about machine code routines now in the chat room. I have no idea what you're all going on about. Animate Alex, does the book include other routines that start at 5.5? Well, apparently they all start at that. Looking through it, yeah, apparently they all start at that. That's basically at the beginning of the book. That's what they're recommending. I'm just having a quick scan through and I can't see any clear statements. Not on any of the routines that they've provided is there a clear statement. They've put it at the beginning of the book telling you that you must put that clear statement in with that number before you run any of these programs. So, you know, I would be obviously being a first timer at this sort of stuff, that's what I shall do. But yeah, there's no the answer to your question is no. That's the only clear statement I can see at the moment that they are providing. It could be to do with when we come further into the book, when we're drawing stuff like this, that's got a start address of 58800. So maybe, I don't know, is that why they've chosen to go with that clear number of 55, was it 3500? So yeah, there you go. So one last time. There we go. So now if I reset it, I'm just going to type in this little program here because it's only short. It's only a couple of lines long, just to just out of interest. This does a triangle apparently. Oh no, hang on. Does it do it? Yeah. Start. Oh no, I don't think it actually does. I don't think it actually does anything. Ignore that. Well, let's type it in because if I type this in, I need to learn how to call it up anyway. So it might be a good little exercise for me and for anyone else who's learning about this stuff. So let me type it in. So it's only a short program, so Okay. Just seeing if there's anything better I could put in, but bloody loads of it in here. I don't know which one to pick. I'm trying to find one which is a suitable size. I don't want to be all bloody night. Here's a small one. Here, let's do this one. Okay, let's try this one. This is called a segment routine, okay? I'm trying to find one which isn't going to take ages to type out. So let's put the machine code in. I'm going to have to put the spectacles on for this. I don't know, a lot of routines in this book rely on previous routines also being in memory. Be aware of that. Yes. Yes, apparently reading before I came on the stream, reading on, you can actually have more than one routine working as well together. So 7950, we're going to put let B equal 58700. Let L equal 25. Let Z equal 0. And then it's restore 7960. 7951 for I equal 0 to L minus 1 read A. Now if we have, this one does have a poke. Did the other one have a poke? I can't remember. Yeah, it must have done. I'm thinking of the draw, the basic draw program we just did, because that didn't have pokes in it, did it? This does the check to make sure you haven't made any mistakes, which I think is a pretty good little piece of code to have in there, especially if you get to save it and you push run. It might save you from losing all of that data you've just written in. Right, so that's the basic program which will now get this little routine working. Let's just make sure it's not on the other page as well. No, it is. It's only 1, 2, 3, 6 lines, so not a lot to type in. So let's quickly put this in, and then I'll save it after I've done this before running it. Well, I'm not going to run it because I've got to write in the basic program as well. You never know, this might come in handy for a project that I'm working on, or might work on one day. I mean, I'm not even at a stage yet. Well, I don't even know what all of these numbers mean. Seven, 9, 6, 2. I mean, a few of you in the chat room are a lot more advanced than what I am at this stuff. So maybe you can explain to me what some of these numbers mean. Am I right in saying, is it 34 or something is the equivalent of return? I think, or was it 30? Might have been 30, I can't remember now. Obviously in the assembly language. And then we got 7, 9, 6, 6. Data 201 0 0 0 0 7 9 6 7. Data 18 0 0 0 0. Right, that's everything in. Let's save that. It's called, what's it called? Segment. Okay, so I'm going to call it that, segment. Right, now I've got to write in the basic program which calls upon this to get it working. So let's put some more music on. Let's just check that that has saved. Yeah, it's saved. So let's reset the machine. 10 DEFFN LX Y R S F equals user 58700. Wow. Don't even ask. I haven't got a clue. Right, border. So we're going to go for a green border. And then it's saying paper 4, ink 1, clear screen, 110, let R equal 80. Let Y equal 90, 120 for X equal 82 to 172. Step, where are you? Step 45. 130 for I equal 10 to, I will glance at the chat room in a minute, just let me get this in. It's 140, randomize, FN, X, Y, I, 128, 191. We'll pull that back down. 150. Randomize. So we're just changing the numbers at the end. That now becomes 0. And that becomes 63. 63. Yeah. Just checking that. Yeah. And then we got 160. Sorry, 160. Next. I. 170. Next. X. Okay. That's it. So let's save that. I'll call it sec. That's the basic program that goes with it. .ls. So let's load up segment. Yeah, let's load that back up. Let's run it. So it's okay, we've got no problems. Let's follow what the book says. There's no clear, it's not telling me what the clear command is. The start address for this program is 58700 and the length is 30 bytes. And at the beginning of the program where it says type clear and then 12300, enter. Now we can new that. That's now saved in the memory. And now I'm going to load star sec basic. There it is. Now if I run it, that shouldn't be doing that. I must have done something wrong. Yeah. I must have written something wrong because it's crashed. Let's check that again then. I don't think it's the machine code. I think it might be something in the actual basic program. So let me just check it. Let's make sure I haven't made any mistakes because that's not what it should be doing. So let's check this again. Well, I've lost the page which it was on now. There we go. Right. You need the other routine in memory that this short routine calls from code. So it's DEFN XY RSF user 58700 border 4. Yeah, we know about that. 80 Y90 X equals 82 to 172 step 75. Random I equals 10 to 80, step 10. Randomize FN. LX I 128.191 XI 063 next I next X. Let me just read this. Have I buggered this whole thing up? Someone's in the chat room said you need the other routine in memory. Look at the code listing for segment. It mentions 2 other routines you also need. Oh shit, does it? This routine works in the same way and with the same restrictions as the sector routine, except that in this case the ends of the arc are joined together rather than the center. Notice that all the previous routines Are you saying I should have the sector routine as well then? This is because I've rushed ahead. You need the other routines in memory that this short routine calls the code. Alright, okay. It looks like I might have made a balls up then, yeah? Yeah, okay. This page are useful. So let's oh, both the sector and segment routines call the master circle routine, page 29. So yeah, you're right. It needs another bloody program to run with it. Oh no, I should have read it. Oh, fuck me. And look at the size of it. If you think I'm typing all that out tonight, look at it. No chance. I've made a balls up. I should have read it before diving ahead. So it looks like I need that. That should have been, let me just unlock that. So I've just wasted that there. It's saying page 29, what I've just written in works with this routine here, as someone just said in the chat. There's no way I am typing all of that long listing out just to see a fancy circle. Okay? No, it's not happening tonight. What a ball bag. Let's put that down. Made a right mess. I've got to cock that up tonight. Rushing ahead, see? Anyway. Whoops, wrong box. Yeah. It would be one. I mean, I am known for doing long live streams, but you know, I do want to go to bed tonight, and that is a long listing. So that little small listing I just written, I was getting all excited thinking I've found a small one, and actually you need to put that big bastard in. No, not that. Excuse the language. Okay, I've had enough about machine code for that tonight. I think I might play some games. Oh, how embarrassing. So anyway, what I shall do is if I go back to is it on here? Is it on here? Let me see. Where did I put it? If it is on here. USB 50. I think it's that one there. Yes. So obviously this is on the itch page at the moment, yeah? And what I shall do is that horizontal machine code program that I showed you for the text, I shall put it in here. I'm gonna create another page. Also, Alan, who texts me sometimes during live streams, who's created a scroller for scrolling horizontally to the right, leaving the last two lines free, so you can write score or lives or whatever. I might chuck that in there as well. But if we look at number 4, because going back to large text, so if I write my name, just put a capital there. The div MMC plays up because I've got a ZX VGA Joy plugged in the back of it. So anyway, that's another story. I'm better off doing it the basic way than pushing the button. But anyway, there you go. So you've got the L print option, which gives you instant large letters as well. But again, you're limited to size and what have you. And that program is available on here already. Yeah. And I've put in the REM statement there. There's more info on my channel on how to use it if you don't understand what I've written there. And also on the YouTube video, there is a link to where I got the information from, which is quite a good blog actually, because it tells you more about L print and other stuff you can do with it. All right. So let's whoops, we've crashed. Got a wobbly right. Anyway, that's the plan. I shall put it on there. Put it on the menu. If you want a copy of this, then it is available on the USB 50 itch page. I'll put a link in the comments, not the comments, in the description after this live stream's finished, so you can find it. All right. But anyway, let's play some games. Okay, I've had enough tonight. So what I have put on here, thank you to Alan who provided it for me, because I've been after it for a while, is Chase HQ, I think it was. Yeah, there he is, Chase HQ. So we've got 2 on here. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it's that one. Yes. So I might play a bit of this if you don't mind. Let's just get this running right. Okay. And we have got stop the tape and press any key to continue. Now I'm not using a joystick just to find the keys, so we're going to have gear. What should we have for gear? I'll have W, Q for acceleration. I'm going to go M for brake, left, right, quit, pause, and turbo space. Okay, 4 keyboard. Please note control options cannot be remodified. Are you happy with your choice? Yes. Okay. Press gear to play. This is Nancy at HQ. We've got an emergency here. Ralph, Okay, it's fleeing towards the suburbs. Vehicle is a white British sports car. Roger. Okay, get on with it. Let's go. Oh, just getting used to the keys, and then once I get used to it, I'll play it properly, because I'm not doing very well at the moment. I'm crashing all over the place here. God, this is fast. Come on. Time up. Oh, that was useless. Push gear button before timer reaches 7. Okay, let's go again. Oh, shit. I still can't get over that that machine code program. Trust me, should have read it first before diving in. Oh, here's a little routine. Brilliant. Yeah. And then you read on, it actually works in conjunction with the routine on page 29, which is like the fucking size of your arm to type in. No, thank you, sir. We're not having any of that tonight. If only I'd read the comments. You guys were trying to tell me. Oh, there he is. Come on, change gear. Why am I in low gear? Come on. Come on. Oh, it keeps changing to low gear all the time. I've got no turbo. Ah, get over. Nearly had him. Oh, come on. I know I'm messing around. I'm trying to get the bloody thing back on the road. It just wants to knock lampposts over all this. Come on, you son of a bitch. Get back on the road. Why is it... Ah, they call me the lamppost killer. Let's get moving, man. Yeah. Right, Carl, let's go. Come on. God, don't half move when you put the turbo down. Time up. Oh well. Well, let's have a little scout around the comments. I feel like I've been ignoring you guys a lot tonight. What I remember of this book, you need to really start at the beginning and work through. Yes. Yeah. 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 I'm just reading back where you were telling me to put the other code in before I wrote out what I'd written. Never mind. Animated Alex, it is possible to write other character sizes using lprint. However, some caveats, is that? Okay, would apply, and there would also be some intensive pre-baking required. It wasn't called Wheelie, but there is a kind of motorbike game like this. I remember loving it, but this is a classic racer specky game, very similar to Outrun. Enduro Racer. I remember when I upgraded the Spectrum to Amiga 500, it was like a different world. Yeah, I remember. That's exactly what I upgraded my Spectrum to as well. Jace man, I had an Amiga 500. That's the one. So the game you're looking for is Enduro Racer, was it? I don't know whether I've got that on here. Should we have a look? I don't know if I have. Let's have a look. Enduro Racer. I don't think it's on there. No, sorry, haven't got it. Motorbike games. The only motorbike game I've got is like something. I can't remember what it's bloody called. Oh, that's Chase HQ. There is a motorbike game on here. Oh, flipping heck. I've got to be so careful when you push the button on that. Right, I can't remember what it was called. Something Girl. It's the game by the Russian that the Russians made. What the Russian software people. I can't remember what it's called. Sword Slayer. Oh, 128k. Sounded good. Spy Hunter. We got Spy Hunter on there. Played that last week, didn't I? I wonder whether they got Operational Wolf. Let's have a look. Probably not. Everything I want to play doesn't seem to be on here. Which is a bit of a nuisance. Oh, what's happened there? What's happened? It's playing up tonight. Right, stop playing up. Right, Operational Wolf. I wouldn't mind having a go on that, but I don't think it's on here. No. I need to update my game list. I think I played this last week, Angels. Just a Goal. Yes, that's the one. I'll have a quick go on this and I'll go back to that. I will get Enduro Racer though next time I'm on, because that's a good one. In fact, I wonder whether I've got it on the we may have to load it in the old way, but I reckon I might have it. Let's have a look. Enduro Racer. Oh yes, we've got it. Okay. Right. Quick look at this because I've loaded it up now, but I think I played this last week. Yeah, I did. I'll have a quick go. But yeah, I played this last week, didn't I? Basically like a Target Renegade sort of thing, but you're with women instead. Oh, I think it might have crashed. Oh no. So I'll just have a little play on this for like a couple of seconds, and then I'll put Enduro Racer on. Because we're going to have to load it up the old-fashioned way, if you don't mind watching it load. Okay, I've had enough. As you can see, I'm not that enthusiastic about it. So let's kill the power. I've got to remove the SD card, put that back in. I'm going to plug my cable in to the ear jack. Plug it into my phone. Turn the volume up. And we're going to go load. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Enduro Racer. Okay, let's hope it. Oh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions. We've got Activision 1987, Activision 1987, all Activision apart from the last one, which was Hit Squad, released in 1987. Oh, let's just go for the. Oh, the first one's 128k. We got Speedlock 2, Speedlock 7. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to go safe. I'm going to go for the second one. This is where we find out I'm loading the bloody Spanish version or something. So, while that's loading, I'm going to go and get a drink and have a break for a second. Just like in the old days, the game crashes just as it's about to finish. Oh, I'm going to quickly try the Hit Squad version. Okay guys, we are up and running. The only thing I am not going to do is plug the ear back in, because sometimes I've had it before where it crashes the spectrum. So I'm going to just leave it well alone. Hopefully you can hear the sound coming from the internal speaker from the Spectrum anyway. So, Enduro Racer, favourite of mine, this one. Do like this one actually. So good shout in the chat room to put this on. Eventually got there. The first version didn't work, just crashed. So what do we do? Okay, so we need to define keys. Right, so Frotto, QA, wheelie. Oh, I think I'll stick with what they've already got there. Cool. Okay, one player. Start game. Why isn't the keys working? Nothing's working. Did I not read it right? Nothing's working. Oh, something happened then. Those keys don't seem to be doing anything. It's 1 and 2. That's a wheelie. How do I go forwards then? Oh, here we go. So the button, there's a, I'll have to check the controls again at the beginning, but at least I've got it moving. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4 I'm having to use. I'll have to check the settings when I start again. Okay. It's alright, I can use the keys I've got, but this is actually a little bit easier to control than Chase HQ. Even with the wrong keys that I've selected. Oh, off me bike. Pretty cool graphics, considering, what was it, 1987? I want it to start again so I can pick the right keys. Right, let's have a read of it again. What does it say? So define keys. Change control mode. What's that? Ah, sync. That's why I have to have it on keyboard. Okay, so let's put it on keyboard. Define keys. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Now will it work? So let's just check. Keyboard. You're right, that's why it didn't do it. So hopefully now. Yes. We now have the correct keys that I chose. Oh. And he ended up in the tree. Oh. Yeah, extended play. That's got to be a first for me. I don't usually get extended play on any games I play. Oh no! There goes the end of me extended play. I'm assuming you have to pull a wheelie when you come up to that jump. I'm doing that anyway. Oh, well, at the moment I'm in the tree, but there we go. Someone said I got it on 2-player. I think you might be right, because I'm now back where I had extended play. So I've got 2 players mode on now. Yeah, I'm back on player 2 again. So yeah, I'm using 2 motorbikes. Never mind. I didn't realise I had it on 2-player, but someone noticed in the chat. Yes, it says, and it tells me in the bloody right hand corner there, look, 2 up. Now it's 1 up. Oh no! Now I go back to 2 up. No? There's more obstacles in the way on this level. I like the way they've done that scrolling background. I could probably do that in basic, couldn't you? A string with a what's it called? It's given me an idea for my game actually. I am not doing very well at this extended play version. Keep it in the gravestones. Oh man. Is that game over yet? Oh, straight into a wall. Where does it say two-player mode then? Ah, there. Ah, right, okay. Right, let's go one more go, one player mode. Any other games that you'd like me to try and load up before I call it a night? I'll play one more. Put it down in the chat room and I'll have a look, see if I've got it. Someone mentioned earlier Harrier Attack. Well, I know that's not on the SD card, so it would have to be loaded in like we loaded this one in. Well, that didn't last long, did it? The game fonts are very similar to Codemasters ATV. ATV. I'm trying to think what that was. Let me have a see if I've got that. ATV. I'm trying to remember what that was. ATV. Have I got it? Have I got ATV? Doesn't look like I have. No. All-terrain video? All-terrain vehicle, thank you, Sabertooth. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I've got it. I'm still looking. No. Sorry, haven't got it. Any other racing car games you can think of? Got something here called Cars, the computer animated racetrack. I don't know what that is. It's only 15 seconds long, so it can't be very good. Turbolus 3, yeah, good shout. Where is that? T. That should be on it. But yeah, there's a lot of games beginning with T. There we got Turbo Outrun, Turbo Kart Race, Turbo Girl, Turbo S3. There we go. Oh, Turbo Driver. I don't know what Turbo Driver is. Turbo Driver, Turbo Kart Racer, or Turbo S3. There we go. Oh, it's going to take 5 minutes to load it. It's a big one. Let me see what Turbo Driver is about. 1983. Turbo Spree is going to be nearly 6 minutes to load it. Let's have a quick look-see at this. By the time I load it, I'll be turning the stream off. This could be a basic game because it's only... Have you plugged in your Capstone joystick? No, I haven't. There we go, that was quick. Hit any key. Oh, I said, did I plug in my Capstone joystick? It's joystick only. And I didn't plug it in, did I? So unfortunately, I was hoping it would give you key options as well. That's why it said at the beginning, have you plugged in your Capstone joystick? Right, okay, well, I haven't plugged it in. So someone else has mentioned Checker Flag, Crazy Cars 2. Let's see how long they're going to take to load in, because I don't really want to be sat here for over 6 minutes waiting. It's not fair on you guys having to wait. So, Checkered Flag. Or we've got Crazy Cars. Well, I'll go for the first one that was shouted out, which was Crazy Cars. And have we got Crazy Cars? There's a lot of games beginning with C, so there's a lot of scrolling. No. Have we got... Hang on a second. Crazy, yes, we have. We've got Crazy Cars or Crazy Cars 2. Crazy Cars 2 is what you asked for. 3 minutes that'll take. So yeah, okay, we'll go for that. I don't mind that. I'm not. Let's see what this is like. Crazy Cars 2. It's a nice loading screen. It's a shame that it's written bytes 2 across the text there, isn't it? But yeah, I like that. Uh-oh. Oh dear. This isn't looking good. Oh, cool. It's fine. I thought it was going to crash. It's because I hesitated and pushed the keys. It's started without me selecting anything. Z and X space seems to be... I don't know. I think space bar is acceleration. I don't know. I need to start again. I like this. I like the layout though, the graphics. I think I've gone and paused it. Oh shit. This isn't going to plan, is it? Oh, here we go. One. I don't know what the keys are. I need to start again. Let's see if I can kill me off a minute so I can set this up properly. I'm impressed so far with the graphics though, and what keys I have discovered. It seems to perform quite well. Come on, I want to start again. Oh, when do you get to start again then? I don't think you can start again, can you? There must. Oh, there we go. Okay, right. It's take me time now, not push the button so quickly. Right, starting point. Right. Oh. There is no control. That's it. That it's brake to stop. Push brake. It's stop. Game over, and that's what you're greeted with. So I don't know what the keys are. It doesn't tell you. Okay. Well, I kind of sussed out that Z and M, left and right. Q seems to be speed. We're in low gear. I don't know how to change gear. Oh, why? No instructions, so I don't know what the bloody keys are. Unfortunately, I don't know what the keys are. I'm just pushing whatever at the moment just to try and get something to work here. So Q, A. Well, that's making the car move anyway. Game over. I seem to be stuck in low gear and I don't know how you change up. See, it's got the speed, then you got the L there. I'm assuming that means low gear, but how the bloody hell do you... Oh, there we go, caps lock. Okay. Wait. Caps lock, low gear. High gear, there we go. Right. Bloody fingers are all over the place on the keyboard. Should really plug the joystick in, really, I suppose. I don't know what's happening now. I'm doing 76 mile an hour. I'm stuck. I can't go any faster than this. It won't even let me go low gear now. Okay, what was the next game? Checkered flag. Okay, let me see if I've got checkered flag. Hopefully it'll tell me what the bloody controls are. Hey, where are you? See here, here we go. Checkered flag. There we go, yes, it's on there. Checkered flag. It's 5 minutes. Is it worth 5 minutes? What's the time? I mean, I'm going to be going soon, so I'm going to give that one a miss. You always like twin turbo. Okay, let me see if twin turbo's on here. As long as it's not going to take forever to load. 3 minutes at the most. Anything over that. Unfortunately, I don't have it. What was it called? Twin turbo. No, that's not on here. We've got turbo. Let's see what turbo kart race is like. $48K, it's 4 minutes 40. Turbo Girl, what's that? That's bloody hell, that's a bike game by looks, so that's 6 minutes. Jeez. Turbo. Did we do turbo, didn't we? Yeah, I didn't. Turbo Girl, Turbo Outrun. Turbo Skate Fighter, what's that? 4 minutes long. Turbo Mania. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This one's only a minute to load. Turbo Mania by Jonathan Claudwell, 2005. So, okay, let's have a look. Might be a basic game. Neil said he remembers a demo of Power Drift. Ran really well. Well, I'll have a look for that one after this one's loaded. This is a short one. I don't really want to be loading up games that are going to take like 6 minutes because I say I'm going to be 11 o'clock I was going to go off, so I've only got 20 minutes left. Okay, I'll see if power drift is on there. And I don't mind loading it. If it's going to take 5-6 minutes and it's the last game of the night, then fair enough. But I don't want to be sat here for too long looking at loading screens. Oh, but very nice. Okay, this looks promising. 3. Oh, right, okay. It's that style of game then. All right, so up, down, left, right, transform. Okay. That's quite cool, isn't it? The scrolling checkers across the screen. So we're going to go 3 define keys. I've already done this. Right. 1 keyboard. So I'm leaving a blue trail behind me. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do. Have I got to colour in all the road or something? I think that might be the idea of the game, to colour in all the road. And not get trapped, yeah. What's the flag do? Nothing. Oh, boggers. Pretty cool little game. Beat the red car. Right, okay. I quite like this. So yeah, so it's like Pac-Man with cars, yeah. You basically got to turn everything blue or cyan without getting caught. Collecting trophies and flags on the way. Okay, I'm worried about that. Come on. So, gonna go 1 again. I'll have one last go, and then I shall just quickly see if I've got power drift, as someone requested. Oh shit! Pushed the wrong key. I was meant to go up then. I went the wrong way. So if you hit a stop sign, it stops them from moving. Oh, he just clipped me wheel. I'm not sure what the benefits are of collecting the flags. Oh, match the symbols. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I don't know. Oh, oh, I didn't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so power drift. Let me see if it's on there. Power drift. P-O, where are you? Power. It was called power drift, wasn't it? Just scrolling up in the comments. Was it called power drift? Because I don't think it's on here anyway after all of that. Yes, it's there. Okay, let's have a see if it'll work. How long is it going to take? You're not going to believe this. Okay. We're not going to be playing Power Drift because it takes 14 minutes and 8 seconds to load. By that time, the stream would have finished and I'll be playing it and you won't see it. So we won't be playing Power Drift. What about Postman Pat? Postman Pat, it's only 1 minute. So let's 1 minute 17. Let's have a look at Postman Pat. Why not? It might be a bit of fun. Postman Pat, here we go. And his black and white cat. "14 minutes to save, 14 minutes to load, not save, to load Power Drift." You can just see me sat here for 14 minutes and it crashes right at the end. I'm not willing to take that risk. What I'll have to do is get it on tap file so that I can load it up instantly and not have to wait for it to load. I'll see if it's available on World of Spectrum and maybe put it up for next week. Have a look at your Lego pick. Where can I see this Lego pick? Where is it, Jazzman? Jaceman, sorry. Where is this Lego pick? Send me a link. Press stop on the recorder. Oh shit. Press. Whoops. Okay. Enter a postcode. Enter a postcode 0 to end. Oh, what's all this then? Enter a postcode 0 to end. 3. What's all this rubbish? What am I meant to do? Oh, here we go. Okay. Postman Pat. Can't say I'm very impressed so far with Postman Pat. It's a basic game as well, look. By the looks of it. Let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. I mean, it was only a 1 minute loader, so got to give these basic games a chance. I mean, that's what my channel's about, basic programming. So, okay. I don't know what the keys are. There we go. Never mind. Let's break into it, mate. What's the bloody keys? They've put a they've gone and put some sort of poke in there to stop you reading it. Look. Movement. I don't know what the keys are. Right, I've wasted my time with this, so I can't be bothered with it. Right. I've sent you a link. Oh, you've emailed it to me, have you? Okay. Oh, I tell you what I wanted to play earlier, wasn't it? Operational Wolf. I was trying to find that and I didn't have it on my SD card. So let's see if I've got it on here. Yes. Oh my God, that's just as bad. That's going to take nearly, well, over 14 minutes to load. Oh. Something called overload. What's that about? Did someone mention about a demo earlier? Oh, it was Power Drift, wasn't it? I think this is a basic game. Sinclair user 1985 overload. It's only 34 seconds to load it, so I'm assuming it must be a basic game. So let me have a look at your picture you've sent me. If I can get it up. Nothing's come through. Nothing's come through. Okay, I'll have a look after the stream, but nothing's there yet. The idea of this game is to gain total domination over the whole board by overloading certain sectors. These sectors are very volatile, and if 4 or more counters are placed upon one sector, it will explode, scattering its contents over the surrounding sectors. You can only place your counter on an empty sector or one with your colour on it. Player 1 is red, player 2 is green. Player 1, please enter your name. Well, there's only one person here, so player 2, please enter your name. Maybe you guys might be able to do it if you tell me where you want to put it. Alex, X coordinate across. Y coordinate across down 2 2. Right, where do you guys want to go? I've called you. You need to tell me where you want to go, and I'll put it in if you want to play against me. I'll start you off. 9 6. I'm not sure what you're meant to do in this. 3 4. I'd already done a 9 6. 2 there, isn't it? No, it's still, there's no link there. 6 6. That's some sort of puzzle game, isn't it? I think I'll skip this because it's a 2-player game, isn't it? And it's only me here. And you guys, of course, if there's a delay, I could be waiting for, I think it's something like a 20-second delay before you see what I'm doing. Right, okay. What's the time? I think I'm probably going to call it a night anyway. Just a conclusion of what we've looked at tonight in case you've just joined the stream. And if you want to rewind and watch from the beginning of the stream, just to recap what we've been looking at tonight. Just turn the Spectrum off and turn it back on. I've just inserted the SD card. So just to recap what we've been doing for those who are late to the stream. If we go back down to YouTube, Like I say, every Friday night I try to do something different. Tonight I chose to do large text, and we have we did a text drawer one. So if I come out of this, just demonstrate this again, just to close the night off. Load star text D. And this was using plot and draw to write a word, basically. So if we go 3 and 8, and then I can't remember whether or not I saved it on the is it going to write the whole word, or did I? Yes, I did save it. Right. Like I say, I will put this on the USB 50 tools so you can have a look at the program. In fact, I might type the other one in, which might be a little bit more useful for you for your own games, because it allows you to put the whole word in, and you can put it anywhere on the screen rather than what you're seeing here. You can see it's quite slow. But you know, it might serve the purpose for whatever you're creating. Yes, YouTube will block links. So if you want to send me something to look at, you might have to email it. I don't think my email address is on here. No, it's not. I'll have to get it back onto the stream. I used to have a piece of text that came up with the email address on. So as you can see, it is quite slow, very slow. But then again, you might think it might be useful for perhaps a loading screen, you know. So that was that version. And then we moved on to large text using machine code. So let's come out of this, and I will go .ls load star large MC. Okay, there's the machine code. I need to refer back to the book because I can't remember what the clear was. There it is. So if I run this, bang, the machine code is now in memory. If I now go clear 55500, okay, that now clears the RAM top, resets the RAM top, sorry. The top of the memory area is free now for basic programs, which now I'm safe to go new, because the machine code's in the memory. And then if I go load star basic, again I will put this on the USB 50 tool list so you can use it for your own programs. So there's the basic program that runs it, and it's going to print ZX Spectrum. Bang, straight up. 16 by 16 grid is the size that the machine code does. All right. So there you go. You wanted to know my email address. If I put the specky, I can't remember what it was. I think it's specky basic 50 at gmail.com. Let me just check that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This is for the USB 50 projects, but you can send me your Lego picture on that if you wish. I'm just checking that's the right. No, it's not Speaky, it's Specky. Specky Basic 50. There we go. And to move that across, change that 5 to a 0. You can get it all in, but you can see what it is. So yeah, that's the email address anyway. SpeckyBasic50@gmail. I'm still taking submissions as well for games, basic games for the USB 50 project. And anyway, good night, everyone. That's me done. All right. So thank you for watching, and yeah, see you on the next one. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe. Does a lot for the channel, helps the channel grow. And like I say, I shall see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.